because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But you talk about the defense for these Chargers.
And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Taken in at the 11. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Go. Here's Herbert.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Grenade. Grenade. Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right. Hey, easy. We'll go orange.
Here's Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Drew Sanders.
And the Broncos are...
at their own 41.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Young.
That's caught left side by Judy.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Young on 3rd down. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. That'll give them 8 that time, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Hey, Kappa. Ready.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Flushed out right.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Baylor Tiger. Ready.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Go.
Herbert back to the air. Finds Johnston. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Etienne. Touchdown, Chargers.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
Oh, some strong running.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Ready, set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Ready.
To throw, Young.
Short throw caught by Dulcich.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Second down and 8.
Set.
Out of the gun, Herbert.
He gets it to Johnston.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Ready.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page. Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play.
And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Play action. It's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnston. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On second down, Etienne once more.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
He hits Dobbs on the crosser.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with Etienne.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Open man, it's Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers.
A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Let's go now.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Fierce yellow. Bang.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10.
This will be caught. Judy.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
A pass there complete to Sutton. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33.
Black Ultra. Hut, hut.
Young off the play fake.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Touchdown! Cortland Sutton, 27 yards.
And the Broncos are back within a score.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one.
Smash red. Drill green. That's hot.
And Young's going to throw for this.
Flush to his right. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
5-9, 5-9. Go.
Herbert.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Handoff running left is Etienne.
And he's got some space here.
There he goes again.
And finally brought down at the 31-yard line.
99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Herbert's throw hauled in by Washington.
And out of bounds right around the 20. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Let's go.
Herbert operating from the red zone.
And he'll get it right back to Washington.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Ram.
Herbert now. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Romeo Doubs. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line. Net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Ready?
Now Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Ready.
To throw on second down is Young. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Edo blue. Set, go.
Young. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game.
Here we go.
Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Fury, yellow. Rail, yellow. Ready.
It's desperation time. Young on fourth down. Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with a football. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
ETN up the middle.
And some room to roam now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Go.
And they'll go again with ETN.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Washington. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. On the ground, it's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Down.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Claws red.
Now a first down throw for Young.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 38.
Set.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now Thomas. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter.
Go.
They run with Thomas. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
A give running right, ETN.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Chargers are able to stretch out their lead.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Chargers 42, Broncos 18.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Let's go now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Black Ultra.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Here we go. Set. Red. Cycle. Hut, hut.
1st and 10, Young. He finds Bateman over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Black shot.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Smash. Red. Hut, hut.
It's Young on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To the air once more, Young. He's got Dulcich going across the formation. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 34-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Set, hut.
Young to throw it. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
2nd down and 10.
Blue striker. Set.
On 2nd down, Young. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
At their own 23-yard line. Set.
They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense